Hi, friends. In our time together today, I have some recommendations and encouragement for us as we travel on our journey of learning to play our whistles better. There are times when maybe you hear someone playing and you think, man, I can't play like that. I wonder if I'll ever even approach being that good. And I want us to kind of change that thinking to, I can't play like that today, but I'm going to put in a little more effort. I'm going to work in that direction. I'm going to improve. That's an aspirational player for me, and I'm going to work on growing that way. You know, we all grow in many facets and layers. There are a lot of layers to our learning as musicians playing the whistle. This is not an easy journey we're taking. Think about it. You've got learning to hold the whistle. You've got breath pressure. You've got hole coverage that you've got to learn. You've got a grip you've got to figure out. You've got to learn tunes. You've got to learn ornaments. You've got to learn jumping octaves. You've got to learn to play that second octave. You've got to learn one whistle as against another. You've got to learn fast tunes, slow tunes. You've got to figure out where to play ornaments. You've got to figure out what ornament works well with what kind of tune. There is so much for us to learn. And I don't ever want so much to learn to be something that incapacitates us. It should be something that makes us realize, we layer our learning, and it's so important. You start off with your whistle, you learn how to hold it. And after a little while, holding your whistle becomes something you just do without thinking about it. You start off and you're like, I don't know how to cover the holes. So you find a way to cover the holes. And then over a while, maybe days, maybe weeks, maybe months, you're holding your whistle, you're covering the holes, and you're not really thinking about it. And then you start working on that breath pressure to play the second octave. And you think, how much pressure, how long is this going to take for me to learn this? I don't know. Keep working on it. Layer it in. You start learning tunes. And you're having trouble with some of the transitions, some of the notes. You keep going. So we begin, you see, intentionally working on every skill, knowing that when we begin, it's harder. You continue working on that skill gets a little easier. You continue working on that skill, gets a little easier still. Think of the first time you played a tap, that slapping of the whistle. Think of all that involves. That involves consistent breath pressure flowing through the whistle. It involves good hole coverage. It involves you being able to move that finger quickly. It involves being able to hit the hole and slap the hole at the right moment at the entry of the note. That's just one teeny little thing. Think of how long it takes for you to do that without even thinking about it. That's how our growth comes. It comes by taking practice time to focus on playing a scale where you just walk up and down your whistle. Tone quality takes time playing long notes, listening to yourself as you play. You transition into the second octave. You notice tone quality suffering. You just stop and you go back and you work and you work and you work. And over time, you notice your tone quality is improving. I'm holding my Howard there. I'm going to set it down. All these things nest together. Your breath pressure and your whole coverage and your ornaments and your transitions between notes, your first octave, second octave, your ability to play fast, your ability to play slow, they all nest together. So pull them out, work on one of them, work on another one of them. Don't work on too many at once. Take a couple of days and work on tone quality and whole coverage. Then take a couple of days and work on trying to play quickly, or that pesky passage that you've been having trouble with. Then take a couple of days and work on a few ornaments. And then work on some note transitions. Then take a couple of days and work on the clarity in the second octave and some other ornaments. Over time, slowly, 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 you notice you're improving. But the whole time, don't neglect just grabbing your whistle and playing a tune. Remember, I often say, play as you can, not as you can't. Now, that's kind of silly in a way, because you can't play as you can't. So you just accept where you are. You grab a tune, you play it. If it's a fast tune and you can't play it fast, play it as slow as you want, as slow as you can. If you're not nailing all the ornaments, just keep going. Work on it. Pull a phrase out. Work on it, work on it, work on it. But enjoy that tune today as you can play it. You see, we are on, my friends, a journey. And that journey has all these facets that need to be nested and married together. You need to grow in all of these facets. That takes time. Journeys are not quick. You will notice after days, weeks, months of working on all these interconnected, interlaced skills that you start improving. That tune you couldn't play when you got started, you can play it well now. Time to grab another tune. Keep grabbing tunes. Find ones you love, go back to them, go back and back. Unashamedly dive in and play them, knowing that you will soon be better because you're playing your instrument, you're working on all those skills, you're layering all those skills, you're getting better and better and better. We're on a journey. And that's why, for me, I introduce tunes. I don't introduce too many tunes at once. And I know that you're not learning every tune I introduce. I introduce and talk about, let's talk about vibrato today. And in a couple of months, I'll dive back into it a little bit more. Let's talk about cuts today. And in a couple of months, I'll dive back into it a little bit more. And that's why when I share a practice session, I say, just dive in and play it and see what ornaments come. I give examples so that you can do what you want to do and what you're able to do. We're on a journey together. It's so important. I just wanted to pause and encourage us. Keep going. One foot in front of the other as we learn to play together. As we develop and refine these skills, and these skills are developed and refined by putting in the work. Today, that skill you're working on that feels like you'll never be able to do, keep going, and pretty soon, you'll do it without even thinking. And that's how it is with all of these interwoven skills. And I'm looking forward. I'm happy that I play better than I did when I started. I'm excited about it. But I'm looking forward to playing better. So I'm going to continue putting in the effort. I'm going to continue encouraging myself. I'm going to continue encouraging and challenging you, my friends. Until next time, this is Scott Shade. Happy whistling. And if you don't have a community of friends with whom you're playing and learning the whistle, please join ours because we'd love to welcome you.